All right. My intention for today was actually to find the right place to do this meditation that we're about to begin from previous levels of the god Merkaba. The god Merkaba also has the goddess Merkaba that I would like to practice today, to add along with the rest of the workshop that I'm putting together so that we may begin. And for those who might be the first time being, oh, goddess rather than god, it is the god and goddess Merkaba. In the respect of the tetrahedrons, the star tetrahedrons, and how they will be motivated to circulate in the other direction, as we mentioned before in lessons 1 or levels 1, 2, and 3 of the god Merkaba. And this meditation here is to help with any kind of off balance we might be having with our hormones, rather our pheromones, because pristine humans have different pheromones. Then this is evolved way of being, and for those who wish to become initiated into this, you can always go back to the first segment and begin from there. This one will be exactly the same. As we begin, to take a few deep breaths in and out, and really notice where we are, our surroundings, that we may find our center. And in this way, I might even decide to make a few more practices a go of this, so that we can alternate to other segments of this, or it might just be this. I'm just kind of winging it here, you see. There's nothing. So this is based on what I've been doing. And I want to share this practice with you. So find a place where it's most comfortable, and sometimes I might have to, once in a while, come back to this, and I haven't figured it out yet how to get it to stop from going into sleep mode on my laptop. I have to go in and perhaps fix that timer on it. So, are we ready to begin with this? And while you're concentrating on your breath, this is the first thing. And what we want to do, our intention, like I mentioned before, is if we're off balance in any kind of way through progesterone or estrogen or any kind of female hormones that we might be lacking in, perhaps through menopause, perhaps through menstrual cycles. This here is designed to get us to learn about magnetism. Hello, what is it you want to tell me? Right in my ear. Yeah, I want to tell you something. And so from there, we can pull in what it is and attract into our inner being and implode and create into our morphogenic field, similar to the same way as we did with the god Merkaba through the electrical component. Now we're doing it with the magnetic component. And this is how we do it. And we do it in a way where we have 3 star tetrahedrons, and they all are interlinked into each other. And as we mentioned before, we have the female pyramids are like this. They're flat in here, and behind is the actual, and then in the other one for the male is the other way. Unless they've been tipped through trauma or what have reason that creates, hello love, these bees love me, and so that creates some kind of transgender way of feeling, not belonging into the sexual component of your body. If you wish to accentuate or even bring back that pyramid to the right way of you, the way you wish to be, and express yourself out into the world as who you are, then this is a very important tool that however long it takes, you will see the changes and the shifts, and how your energy is projected out as feminine or masculine, as receiving, receptive, and this is what we're going to work on today. And these pyramids, there's 3 of them that are inverse rather, and then with the star tetrahedron, the Merkaba, what you're getting is in the top pyramid, okay, and then they intertwine and create a star, like the Star of David. And in this, we are doing the Sothic. We are working with the Sothic geometry of these things. And the one that used to be stationary down below has been activated throughout your life since the initiation from level 1 and 2, that you walk in a different awareness, different reality, that of, knowing through your feeling that you are God in a sense of your own reality, of your own awareness, not of others, but of your own. This connection is this control, this responsibility. And the disconnection is what creates that insecurity to want to control. So, with that said, let's start. It's 7 minutes, and let's breathe. And how we breathe, and I want you to visualize this. So we have the bottom 3 pyramids and the top 3 pyramids, and they're actually from the level we are at, initiating and initiates, we are traveling at the speed of light. So I can go directly to that, and if you wish to get to these upgraded levels of your reality, then I suggest you go back to the other segments in this workshop. And so we have already changed our Merkabas to about, when I go on my tippy toes, I'm like 5'4" to 5'6". It's about 13 inches above your head, where the Lahun chakra, right? The sun, star, and that we have blown it. And you can do this again for all the top pyramids, to command them to just stretch out, okay? And let's do this. We now command the top pyramids to become elongated to about 13 inches above our head, and 13 inches for the other one, and then the one that used to be on the bottom, all top pyramids. Breathe in, and we can do it again to mark that there's 3. Breathe in, and we command lastly the last top pyramid. And then we do the same with the bottom spinning pyramids, let's command them to elongate about 13 inches below the soles of our feet. Breathe in and one more time. Breathe in and breathe in and, or you can do it all at once for all three to command them in this way. And so now let's command all the lower pyramids, the lower pyramid, the inverse ones that used to be stationary and spinning to the right. Now what we want to do is continue spinning them to the right in a clockwise direction. See, well, when I'm doing it this way, the camera or the video that I'm doing from my laptop is showing it in the other direction, so maybe I should do it backwards, is what I was thinking. And so you can opt to have your eyes closed, but it's best that you watch while we're doing this until we get into that reality, that frequency, that awareness. And let's command the bottom pyramids, because we're all traveling at the speed of light and we've already been initiated, so we don't have to go back to doing all these things again. So let's get right to the meat of it. Let's command all the bottom three pyramids that have been traveling clockwise, okay, at the speed of light, to now command them to travel faster than the speed of light. And breathe in. And now, let's command the top three Sothic pyramids that interlock to the bottom ones, that are traveling at the speed of light, to start traveling faster than the speed of light, going, okay, counterclockwise direction. As they already are at the speed of light, we command you to spin faster than the speed of light at the same speed as the lower pyramids. Breathe in and out. All right. And now, this is where the fun begins. We are going to command that the top pyramids spin faster than the speed of light 3 times to the bottom, that are going to be spinning clockwise 7 times faster than the speed of light. So we are going to command all the bottom pyramids, or you can do it in the other way. We can command all the top pyramids to start breathing and say, I command all the top 3 pyramids to start spinning 3 times faster than the speed of light. Breathe in. And you can do it 3 times or command all 3 of them. And now I command all 3 bottom pyramids to start spinning clockwise 7 times faster than the speed of light and that of the top spinning pyramids. So you're getting like a twist, you know, how you are maybe with a masonry jar and you're spinning them to either lock or unlock, see? And in this way, now that we have done this, notice and feel how this might be to have the top star tetrahedron parts, pyramids of the star tetrahedrons in like a clockwise ticking motion, that every time it goes maybe a quarter of the way and they spin once. Meaning every 3 times counterclockwise, the lower ones are now spinning 7 times clockwise. And in any way you can get to that level of actually feeling and visualizing this awareness, like really getting into this frequency, we might start to begin in this way of the little blue ball that's behind the navel. This little blue ball that's behind the navel. And just watch it getting bigger, and just blow into it, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, to about a dinner plate, to about the size of a yard, a meter, and then just watch it explode into the brilliant white encasement that we have now created. And that blue now has become a crystallized blue, beautiful aura right around us, like a cocoon encasement. And with that, now everything you have previously inseminated with your thoughts, with your electrical thinking and visualizing, with what it was you wanted to inseminate your holographic field with, and what it was that perhaps you have created might have not been so much of what you were expecting or thinking or feeling, trying to visualize, but rather something that's deep within your heart, within your soul, that brought you here in this reality. Something that you deserve beyond your wildest dreams to actually accept. Something that could be exactly what you wanted, but so many times better than you could ever possibly imagine, to the point where you couldn't even compete with it. You couldn't even say, well, no, I have to take complete control and be better than that so she will like me. So, things like that. It's not. It's what your authentic self is bringing to the table. And that other that you're pulling in is attracted to that realness. Not to something that you have to prove that others, or whatever the illusions might be, false evidence appearing as real, and the falsehood of everything else. And just to be. And with that said, let's practice this being by pulling in whatever it is we want to feel the balance of, to bring back the balance, perhaps, or accentuate it some more in the levels of hormones. And we can do that by going inward and just pulling this inward, and pulling it inward, and working inside what it is we want to increase and decrease. And so we're increasing right here and now the estrogen levels, so that we may be infused and diffuse into our holographic field, that we may connect with it to pull it in and make it real and make it physical to all our senses, solid. Earth, reality, grounded, anchor it, and make it happen by just being and receiving it and allowing yourself and connecting and engaging synergistically with what comes at you, knowing that it is for your highest good. And as you continually engage, then another door opens and you see, oh my gosh, it's exactly the way I wanted it. It's exactly the way I wanted it. And the magnetism, what it is you want to pull in, where it is that you want to feel grounded and connected with your inner self, with your hormones, with the releasing of them, with the compensating of them in a way where they can be produced. And yes, progesterone and all the other alchemical components that go to making a co-creative reality with those other consenting beings and is sentient in the energetic field, that you've already bonded and connected and feeling that you are partnered up with them, for instance. Now let it go and allow it to come in and make it real. In this way, we can revisit again, perhaps another segment that we can do this at a later date. And anything that might have been missed from this experience, just pause it for a moment and make it lengthier so that you may visualize everything I have just said, and give you some time, and then unpause and continue on with this video. This normally can take longer, and with many practices it will be achieved. It's how connected you are to your third eye, all your limbic system, all your components, because this is just not the third eye, it's it's everything to do with creating the magnetism. And I suggest, that you can pick up the Silvern Light, named after my ministry, A Course in Metaphysical Spirituality, and delve into it somewhere. You'll learn more about these things, and the pineal gland, and that I was just referring to. And it's just not one aspect of the God Merkaba. You actually need this here exercise to complete it, to make it real, to bring it in, so that you can feel it, touch it, taste it, so that you can, the symptom of it, your circumstances from your state of being and what you put into it. And so with that said, you can again blow another little ball and get creative with it and modify it. But this is the main concept here that we're working with. And if you're someone who has your energetic Merkaba kind of bumped off from traumatic experiences, you can practice the spinning aspect of it more to bring you back into the way of you were meant to be naturally. Or if you want to change your sexual gender in that energetic, ethereal way, that how you are presented to the world, first it must come through the energetic field that we're doing this work right here, right now. And for those who are interested, I can do a one-on-one, or I can do more of these and have you, purchase them, or I might do more. And then you can always, use these to help guide you and empower yourself with these beautiful gifts that I'm offering here in this package. That you can find. I don't really have a website just yet, but I do have a blog spot, because I have so many other projects on the go. And you can create just about anything you want in your world, but you alone is not the actual game we want to play here. What we want to do is be able to connect with others, and this connection requires estrogen. So that's one component that's really important, and how you know that perhaps you might not have the magnetism. This is one sure way of practicing to visualize and feel into receiving mode, so that you can kind of almost even be open enough in that kind of frequency to receive on that level and not feel overwhelmed by it. So with that said, we can now command the lower 3 inverted pyramids to start spinning faster than the speed of light. Breathe in. And now let's command the top 3 spinning pyramids to start spinning faster than the speed of light. Breathe in and now we are spinning faster than the speed of light. Let's command all top and bottom pyramids to start spinning at the speed of light. So I now command all top 3 pyramids from the star tetrahedrons to start spinning at the speed of light. And I now command the bottom pyramids to start spinning at the speed of light, clockwise. Breathe in and I'm so glad to have had this interaction. And who knows, maybe we can get into some more of these segments, and anything you want to ask me that perhaps we can practice some more and take more time to visualize and rather feel. How can I put this? It's like remote viewing. How do we remotely view things? Well, we have to be receptive enough and not to get in the way of our expectations of how things might be and control how the outcome or whatever it is. We don't do that. So what we're learning to is become more passive. And that's what this exercise was, in a good way, not in a twisted, corrupted. All these words have tainted meaning, everything that we use to describe things with. And a receptivity is not necessarily the weakest link. It's actually what makes things real. Earth, ground, touch it, feel it, taste it, smell it. And without that, it's just electrical and thoughts, and not connected to the nature of the earth and the physical, materialistic, well, you want to say that, the material aspect of making things happen. And now they're not just objects, but they're also subjects that require consent, because the white magic is all about that. It's not to force, it's unconditional engagement with others that you may create and co-create with consenting others that are attracted to you in such a way that you can work and engage with them synergistically in a synchronistic way as they come in, and you accept it without resistance. And this is what this here practice is designed to help us with.